Let's roll.
All right. We're back. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dude Let's Draw. It's woo. We're going to get Glitter back in here. We're going to make sure that her swiggity swooty booty is in here. Guest 22. What's up?
Oh, my booty.
Oh, your booty. And it seems like you're here, but not. I don't know why. So let's try. I don't want to fiddle with it too much. Let's try this. There you go. It works in this channel. Say something.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, you work now. That is so weird. Okay, so it works. You work in one channel, but not the other. It is so weird. All right. We're going to be besties, better than the resties.
Oh, heck
Nay, Margarita. All right. Let me put the sweet, sweet music on.
yeah.
I am just gonna. There we go. All right. Tonight, I want to talk about conventions. I want to talk about what's going down in Animation Town. And I'm just going to sketch fun stuff because I've been away and I have a lot to share. So, have you been to any conventions recently?
Yes.
Which convention did you go to?
An anime convention in my state.
Ooh. And
That was a lot of fun.
nice. Did you
Go ahead.
Oh, did you see anyone famous?
Oh, yes. Why I sure did. That's what I was going to tell you.
All right, share, mon frère.
I met all 4 of the members of Team Ruby.
Oh.
And they were so nice. And I've always wanted to meet Miss Lindsay Jones. And I'm glad I got that opportunity. That was really fun.
So have I. Oh man. She's changed quite a bit.
Oh my goodness, yes. But it's been a very stressful time, so I'm very willing to, give her the benefit of any doubts.
Yeah,
As far as that's concerned.
that makes a lot of sense. Everyone's been going through it. Like, Soline Snep showed me a picture of Blake IRL, and I blushed a little and I ran away.
Yeah, I know all about that picture.
I know, stop. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. Yeah. I'm gonna work on Felon. So, I went to apparently now it is the biggest furry convention, Anthrocon in Pittsburgh. 17,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 17,000.
Where does that fall in terms of because you know how big Comic-Con tends to be.
Let's look up the numbers. Like, Comic-Con 2020, Comic-Con attendee numbers. Let's just get a rough estimate. 45,000 attendees! Jeez.
Anthrocon's small in comparison.
Yeah, I guess Anthrocon would be the biggest furry convention then? Versus, because furries are very niche. Versus Comic-Con, it's reached such a broad range where it expands to video game and comic book now. Before it was just, sorry, it's always comic book, sorry. Video games and anime now.
Yeah.
So that is huge. To me, I have not been to a con that big except for Big Apple Anime Fest or Big New York Comic Con, and that's so stressful to me. I can never I could never go back. It's just too much for me.
You can never go back.
Touch that clock and you could never go back. Sorry, I keep doing that.
That's okay, that's the point.
I think I saw a Charlie barking, but I'm not sure.
That's funny. Oh, did you ever find that Stolus?
I couldn't find. Oh no, I didn't find him again. I think that person looked tired, but I did find Daddy Lucifer, but he wasn't. He was more like I'm inspiredly dressed by Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel because he had the hat and he was wearing a ducky button up and beach shorts. It was in ducky beach shorts. It was so cute.
Oh, so he was beach episode Lucifer.
Yeah, it was really cute. I took a lot of video and costumes. There were very niche things going on, like a Neopets panel, a puppetry workshop. Somebody had like a Jim Henson type puppets, and they were doing such a great job with puppeteering. I was like, did you do the workshop? And she was like, no, I just like puppets. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, it's so fun. It really made me laugh. My Google Drive is almost full now, so.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Yeah. It almost felt a little like, what if Comic-Con only supported the animal mascots too? Because there was like I feel like I saw every mascot in every cartoon out there and then some. Like there was even a super dog.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a big thing recently, wasn't it? Didn't they do a super dog cartoon?
I think it was like last year or something.
Yeah. I'm not surprised if, the furry fandom is still kind of into it.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. I think I'll go again and sell because my creepy Magikarpia ended up being very popular. She sold out and I had to go print more.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome though.
Yeah, and I'm hoping if people watch the stream or recording, I might make a Magikarpia video.
That's funny. You're gonna make her into like a VTuber?
I kind of made her into a talking PNG tuber already with her lips being extra big, but I need to make her lips like bright, very bright and beautiful. So, what are you drawing tonight? What else are we working on?
Show you.
All right.
Can I do that in your chat?
You could do it in my chat. I could probably copy paste it onto the screen if it's not inappropriate. So look,
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm
put
fairly
here.
wholesome.
Yeah, put here. I know you're fairly wholesome. I also got a really
I'm the
good.
safe option.
You are. Oh, that looks so cute. Oh
Thanks.
my God, Ranma-esque. Shut up.
I know. Well, I was like, oh man, how am I gonna like tap into that '80s feel?
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized, of course.
Oh yeah. I met another furry who made Yoko like the exact anime style I like. Did I share it with you? Oh, and Celine was like, needs more pomp. Pompadour.
Oh, I don't know. You might need to reshare it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
See, I'd like to color that on stream. I might just color it. I'm just fiddle farting around here with Delicious in Dungeons again. Just for a minute, you know? Let's see. I'll put it up on my screen here like an old lady. There, put it up on my screen. I had...
Let me tune in.
Yeah, I had some themes that I wanted to incorporate this week, but I'll add it. But this is a commission I got, and I really, really like it.
Okay.
Oh, let me see. Give it a minute.
Or is it a dragon?
You see the dragon, and then it should pop up. Come on! Pop up on screen. In 5, 4, 3. There it is.
Oh, yeah, I kind of saw that. It was your profile picture.
Yeah. I want to color it in, but I'd rather scan it in. Because I figure if I scan it in, I can fiddle fart with it. She gave her a hat. She gave Yoko a little hat.
I love it.
Me too. I was telling students, you should commission your character. Have somebody of a different skill set play with your character. Because you'll never know what you're going to get.
Yeah, it's true.
That, and it can help shape and change and improve your character. I used to think I'd be too proud to do it. And then, like, when I saw somebody... Yeah, you did. And I was like, oh my god, I want to draw like this.
Stop.
We want to draw like this. It was so helpful because I was able to, like, fix and reproduce on my own. Duplicate, 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 layer. I want to see if I have other references. Okay. I'm just gonna make this larger. So, other things happening. It looks like there will be a Final Fantasy VII tribute concert traveling across the US.
Oh?
But so far I've only seen LA. And I'm sad because it's like, why just LA?
Because.
Yeah. I don't want just
my
LA.
God.
What?
Sakura is grown. She's laying on her back and she looks like a potato sack.
Potato kitty. Why isn't this working?
And little puppies.
Oh no, not again. B for brush. What's wrong?
B for brush.
B. Okay, now it works. Okay. There we go. Delete. Okay, here we go. Now it's not working again.
On a daily basis.
Oh, gosh darn it. P for pen. There we go. I got it. P for pen. I like... Oh, she just looked like... Oh my god, that face! That is adorable. Let me just...
She has like that natural cat smile.
She does. Here, let me... Now I have to draw her. Look at that.
Aw,
Look at it.
baby.
It is your baby.
He's so sweet and cute.
Okay, we're drawing her instead, because clearly what I was drawing before was too hard. Where...
Yeah, you do it.
I can do it. I just, you know. You know what I mean.
You know what I mean?
Look at her. Shut up. She's cute.
God.
I'm like, shut up. She's cute. She's like, look at me. I'm a cute cat.
Yes, but as soon as I get up to pet her, that's it.
Yeah. I think it's
Done.
delighted. It's delightful. So, a few things that I learned. We are researching new animation software we got to move from Adobe badly. So I found new software, and I am praying that it will work for me. It's free. I think I put it in it's Open Tunes, and I guess Miyazaki or Ghibli Studios uses it. I haven't downloaded it yet, but I need something that does vector programming, and I think the only one that actually does it is Toon Boom. And it's either I pay like the $200 for Toon Boom for the year, or I don't know what else. And I have an old copy of Toon Boom, and the problem is a lot of these old softwares, they don't work anymore on these regular computers, and I don't know how to get them to work, you know? And it sucks because I paid for Flash 2009 or whatever it was. I think it was like Adobe Animate. Oh no, it was Flash 5 or 7 or something. It just sucks. You put so much time and effort and money into these programs, and they just don't work. Like, what is the point? I made her look evil and not cutesy. I'm gonna make her cutesy.
But yeah, she's not the evil one.
Evil one's Bella, right?
Don't say that. But yes.
Don't say that about my baby, but it's true. Don't say that's about my baby, but it's true. She's got rounded cheeks. God, God, she's so cute in this picture. Stop.
Thanks.
I made her look evil, and I'm sorry. I'm making her. I'm giving her cute little whiskey whiskers. This will be the warm-up sketch.
There you go.
I choose wholesome. So, yeah. Are you going to any other conventions this year? Or?
No, not this year. Kinda. Don't want to say we're broke,
But you were being responsible.
Yeah, that's the way to put it.
Yeah,
Being responsible adults.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be going to any more conventions this year. Usually Holiday Matsuri is like pretty fire, but I don't want to go to that. It's so stressful. There's a lot of people. Holiday Matsuri is in Orlando, Florida, and it is pretty awesome. It's every anime character cosplaying in their Christmas form. I have to give it to them. It is pretty fire, and they have a huge gaming room. Like, the gaming room alone is worth going to see. And the one year I went had so many good fan art products. For example, like limited time charms and keychains of your favorite characters. One of them had like you know how the best friend charm, and it says like best friend.
Like us?
Yes, So it'd be like you get the best part and I get the friend part.
Is it because your friend's shape?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I think it's so cute. It was very unique. I saw like people dressed as Sailor Moon in their Christmas outfits. I thought it was the cutest thing. It was such a wonderful anime con. It was less lonely because like I gotta admit, like anime cons can be very lonely in feeling. People have such possession over their favorite animations.
Yeah.
And yeah, like if it wasn't My Hero that year or Naruto another year, they don't want to hear it.
I feel like there's so many different ones nowadays, though, that it's a little bit better.
I agree.
When we first started going to conventions back in our day, when we walked in the house, back and forth through the snow, just
Back in our day, tickets were $35 instead of $125.
I was gonna say 50, but I'm also used to Anime Boston.
That's true. Anime Boston was 50. What was it, $50, $60?
Anime Boston always used to be. I mean, it still is. It's. I don't think the quality went anywhere with that con. It's still, you know,
The same?
Top of its. I haven't been in a while, but as far as I'm aware, I think pretty sure it's like still top of its game as far as, you know, anime cons go up here.
That's pretty good. My friend took me to Anime Boston as like, she's like, hey, don't you want to go? And then my friends from high school were there, and it was pretty funny because they wanted me to like celebrate with them, and I was like, cool. And my friend's like, yeah, go with them. Meet me back at the thing. And I was just like, nah. And in hindsight, I should have just gone to hang with my other friends that were there. Because, like, I hadn't seen them in a while. And, you know, yeah. So, I have to make a list of videos that I want to show you everybody. Like, I talked about it last stream, and I didn't write it down, so I forgot. But I have a few on the way. One in particular is using your toys as references.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. I got my Sailor Moon toys back. So we're going to go on an adventure. The only Sailor Scouts I'm missing, though, are Pluto and I think Neptune.
Is there any specific like set that you get them from?
So when Sailor Moon Crystal was starting to ramp up again, they were promoting Sailor Moon toys that came from sets. So it started off when re-releasing the manga, and every month for about like 2 years they were releasing characters. So I pre-ordered Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus, and then I got Mars and Mercury and Jupiter. It was easy to get the first set of scouts, and I was like, okay, where are my outer Senshi? Where's my Saturn? Where's my Haruka? Where's my, you know? And they were the hardest ones to get. And even harder was Tuxedo Mask. Tuxedo Mask is worth the most.
Of course he is.
He's the only boy.
He's not popular.
Yeah, he's not popular. So, like, I think they legitimately made a limited print of him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where is he? Where's this man at?
In fairness, I don't blame them.
But I finally found him again because I unfortunately got laid off during the time so all I needed was Chibi Moon, Tuxedo Mask, Pluto, and Neptune. And I got a new job, and then within that year, like I was saving my money. I was like, oh, I'll hold off on the Sailor Moon toys, and then I'll get them in Japan. And at that time, the yen was still like equivalent to our dollar. So the Sailor Moon toys were actually more expensive in Japan. Not anymore. I know.
You know the yen's come down, right?
Yes, I did. So I was like, should I grab toys again? What?
I might need your help, by the way.
On your drawing or something else?
Oh, ordering stuff.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Oh, yeah. What did you want to order?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but there's stuff that I can think of.
I just want that Where Garurumon in that set. I'm like a Garurumon person.
You're a Garurumon enjoyer.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm a Garurumon enthusiast. So, I just have to make sure that this week, because I've been traveling, that after the stream, I relax. Hello, Sophia. Welcome. Yeah, I got to make sure I rest and relax. We're talking about conventions, and if you've been to a convention, or if you want to be at a convention, or what your favorite convention is. And art, of course. I want to make her look like Fallon look evil. I love Fallon. She's... I'm gonna force you to watch this with me. You're going to love it.
I don't doubt it. You know me better than most people.
That's true. Welcome back, Sophia. What convention, if you've been to one, would you like to go to or have been to? Let's see here. Let's get this. Okay, so get this. While I get answers about conventions, I was cleaning my room and I found Beast from Kingdom Hearts. No other Beast toy, but specifically the one from Kingdom Hearts. He's so heavy. He's almost as heavy as my Bowser, and they're holding hands on my desk.
Beast is very hetero.
He is.
They're platonically friendly.
They're holding hands as they cross the street. It's fine. I don't ship them, but their hands fit in each other's hands. I think it's adorable.
Oh, like that picture of the Sonic and Shadow plushies that I sent you?
Yes. Just like that. Oh, you want to go to VidCon? I'm going to VidCon one day. You bet your bottom dollar.
You're going to have so many fans there, and you're going to be like, shoot, wish my good friend Glitter was around.
I'd be like, Glitter, Soline, we're going together! Just like Oprah.
Oprah shake hands.
Right? And you get a handshake. And you get handshake.
I'm trying to decide how much of this brush is too much of this brush.
I'm going to take a peek at your brush. You got to zoom out. That's an interesting brush. I'm going to squint. I think it's fine. No, I squint.
Well, okay, so the reason I say that is because it's meant to like, what's the word? Imitate that nostalgic, like, manga drawing.
Yes.
Look, but I think it's too much of it at the same time. Like, this is a brush that you don't use for every single line.
Yeah. But you may have calibrated it too much, so that, because it's like, it seems like every few centimeters you
Oh, I did nothing to the pen.
you did nothing. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've done nothing.
edit. I've done nothing. I don't know how to edit pens, so I don't do it. For now.
This girl doesn't have any eyes open. I'm just gonna give her a thing. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I'm glad. I think that brush is pretty cool. For those of you watching, we're both drawing together. And she has a brush that's very interesting. It is very, like, line and then pen dots. It's very cool. I might switch my art up again because I'm having trouble with face. It's also because I'm tired.
I hear you. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the jittering on this pen. That's the only thing I can think of is probably called jittering.
Yeah. That's it. And crew VidCon! Crew! I don't even know what goes on at VidCon. I don't know who goes there. I know, like, a lot of smaller / bigger YouTubers go to VidCon, but I've yet to, like, look up or be curious. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? I just subconsciously said that to you.
We're definitely at that point where we are unironically saying that.
Yes. Yes, we are. Bird girl. She's a bird with tufts of fur. I'm just gonna pause on this. I what did I do? I made I made Garfield. I never finished my Garfield. Bye, y'all. I'm going to take a nap. Okay. Bye, Sophia. Oh man, I forgot. I made a what's his name from Pokemon? Muscle Cat Daddy.
Yeah.
Incineroar. I forgot I made a Garfield variant. Oh god, I gotta make this a sticker, by the way.
It'd be a pretty good sticker.
Garfield Incineroar chooses eat.
Garfield, friend.
We're ready to party. I should have just finished this last time. Actually, I didn't record myself drawing this, so I guess it is what it is. All right, take a nap, buddy. Rest up. I need to make Garfield and Incineroar a little more devious looking. Like, you gotta get those eyelids down. So I'm gonna talk this out so that way I can review the video and just be like, this is what I'm gonna do, and then B, not forget. I'm saying it twice. So I already started. I got some YouTube shorts on the way. A lot of it's just condensed versions of everything that I've drawn on stream one at a time. So that's 1. 2, I already set it up, but I'm going to show people how to live stream their iPad onto the computer. And like a brief synopsis is getting a capture card and plugging it in. That's one way. And I think 2, I think you can use, and I have to test this out with your Apple if you have a Mac. I believe you can, what do you call it? Bluetooth stream it. I am going to double check and test that before I make the video, because if I do that while I live stream, that would be messy. And I've already been through the mess with Clip Studio Paint animation, and we'll cover that another time. I will also be working on more animation resources, because I gotta test out this animation software that I found, and if not, I'm investing in Toon Boom and I'm paying for new editing software, and we're done, you know? Because if I can find better ways for editing, everybody else can do it too, and none of us will have to pay dumb Adobe ever again.
What other video ideas do you have before I interrupt your thought process?
I think the other one is how to research your favorite game and, you know, study the art, taking photos of your toys and using that as references, and screenshotting your favorite show as well. I think that's about it.
Nice.
So what's your train of thought? You mean no thinking. No thinking. Only arting. Talk about what? Drama? Oh, drama in what? Ooh, tell me what happened. I was away.
Do you know anything about Fillion?
Hold on. Let me turn on the music just a little bit.
So it may potentially be a little bit old news, right?
Okay.
I don't know a lot about it, but what I do know is that she has got a deal with a Smile Company to make an Android of her VTuber, which is like awesome. Like, that's a dream. Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
Except she doesn't own her VTuber model.
No! Wait, which character? Which VTuber? Because I couldn't hear you.
Oh, her name is Fillion.
Fillion. Okay. Ooh, that's awful.
Yep, she doesn't own the design at all. It's not a public use one, but like, she bought it on Booth.
Okay, but if she bought it on Booth, does that mean the company that she's affiliated with bought her?
Nope. So she bought it on Booth.
And
actually, she brags about not having paid for her model at all.
Okay.
Interesting thing to brag about, but okay.
And
yeah, so the booth is kind of like, you've been inside the Clip Studio paint store, right?
Yes.
It's like that.
Okay.
Exactly like that. So other artists are putting things up that you can buy.
Okay. First of all, would you recommend Booth to anybody out there who's a VTuber or are working on commissions and stuff?
I'm gonna say yes. I've used Booth before. I've downloaded assets for my 3D model that I've definitely. They were free assets, so they're public, not public domain, but like anybody can use them. And you don't have to pay for them, which is nice. With that being said, you know, if you're just sticking with the free stuff, you're gonna find a lot of stuff that isn't super high quality, but it's free. And you know, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you know, you're a brand new streamer, you're a brand new VTuber, go try it.
Yeah.
Try it. Use a model someone else made, totally fine. There's nothing wrong with actually doing that. You can purchase a design if you really like one, instead of just using a free model. But that doesn't give you the commercial rights to that model. And that's where we're running into the problem. The other big problem is the artist of that model is in Japan. So there was I mean, Fillian's been using that model for a while now. Had a Gamer Subs cup with that model on it.
Wow.
Yeah, all sorts of not Wado stuff, right? So, I don't think anything was said quite yet as far as Fillion is concerned. I don't know that they put out a statement. But it's definitely doesn't look very good for them.
This is why you should. So, when I do commissions, I have a fee. If I'm creating art for you, concept art wise, you have to pay a royalties, not a royalties fee, like an ownership fee, because it's cheaper than royalties, right?
Yeah.
Because royalties, it's really difficult to do now. Almost nobody will make a deal with you now if you have royalties. So
Yeah.
I pay like, for instance, if you want the full Photoshop file of what I'm giving you, that's like a $98 one-time fee on top of the commission. And you may think that's ridiculous. That's cheap. Most people charge way more, like into the thousands.
Oh yeah.
I almost never give anybody the full Photoshop document unless it's a friend. Only if it's a friend.
I've never once done it. I've never been asked, but I've also never done it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a gosh darn thing.
Yeah. Yep. That's how it works there. And it's fairly interesting because I think it's kind of a really good way to have people buy from you, and if they don't buy from you again, you're getting your money's worth regardless. Versus, having royalties. Royalties are just so hard to come by now. Most companies won't even provide that for you anymore because of how the economy has changed. Let's see. Can you break that down, the cost and fees? Oh, yeah, totally. I could break that down. Okay, so let's start in a new document. I'm going to just give you, like, this is going to be, let me type it up. Let me see here. Let me use dark. Pizza. All right, cool. So if I'm going to commission somebody, you break it down into time, cost, materials. So I would say if I'm going to commission just a headshot, no color, and I would probably charge at least, this is cheap. So headshot, no color, refined, I'm gonna say about $45, right? And that's cheap in itself.
Very cheap.
Yeah, that's very, very cheap. Usually I charge. Let's see, hold on. Let me think. You should charge. Everybody should charge at least like full body like 135 black and white, 200 for color, right?
Definitely depends.
Yeah, it does depend. And the reason why I'm saying 200 is because you don't know if if the detail. What's the detail like? Reference, and this is assuming, by the way, the person already has like a reference, or they know what their character is and they've had past drawings of it. So 200 color with their own references would be good. And the only reason why I put 45 for a headshot, we're not talking like half a body here. We're talking like, if I were to make that headshot, I would make sure it's worth your time. So like if I spend 2 hours on a headshot, let me just do this real quick. So, okay, I'm just going to give you a sample. Okay, cool. I'm only going to do the headshot to about the shoulders, right? No color at all. To me, $45 is okay. Most people would charge a lot more, but you have to charge for time and materials. If it takes you an hour, let's just say 3.5 hours to just do the head alone, that's not worth $45. It's going to be at least worth $100.
So if you're doing $45 takes you 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're charging $15 per hour.
Correct. There you go.
Daily living wage.
Yes.
You want to consider that as well. Just having taken commissions for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just from my experience.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go higher than the cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
And it depends on what you're comfortable with. So like if you want to price them down a little bit when you're first starting out, that's fine. Do not go below the minimum wage.
Yeah. Too many people.
The minimum wage is $15 an hour.
People do it too much. And you are the perfect person to ask for this. I put that up there on purpose because I knew you were going to say you were going to do the math and do everything. I knew you were going to do that.
So for something like that, I would be charging $25 per hour.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, everybody's different, like I said, and this is a very hot topic in the artist community because there's a lot of people that do not believe you should be charging quite so much for your work.
Mm-hmm.
And, you gotta charge what you know your worth. So,
Mm-hmm.
for example, you have a full-time job, you're doing art on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Don't price down.
Yeah, you can't.
Every single minute count.
Yeah. And, every single artist does this. They always, because we're not taught this properly. We're not taught to price properly. They don't give enough examples. At least we didn't get a good example in school, right? So I learned by commissioning other people in terms of time. Like my favorite commissioner, like for also their rule was 75 for one color character half shot, like half body, right? So it would be in color and you'd only get from the head to the waist. Versus like a full body shot would be like 200 color and background, and 45 would be like, I'm not going to refine it at all. It's just going to be a sketch. No color. That's it. I'm only going to spend a few hours on it. So if there's no refining and you spend, let's just say, only an hour on the half headshot, but you got to make sure you don't rush through it, because if you rush through it, the commissioner can tell. B, you charge this amount of money, you go too fast, they're going to be like, hey, I want more. And then it's going to be like, wait a minute. I know I did this fast, but I'm going to have to charge you more money. They'll fight you on it. So
it's really important to have the terms of service in place before you start taking your commission.
Oh yeah.
You can get a really simple like template online, and it just breaks down to here's what I will do, what I won't draw, here's what I will never draw. This is what costs extra money, and you get X amount of revisions.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to show you my work in progress. Once we get past that work in progress, there are no changes unless you want to pay a fee.
Correct. I always charge a fee. It's, to me, like, I don't do commissions anymore because voice acting is easier. And I already have, like, the terms of service for voice acting and all the minutes and everything down. And I charge more. So, and contracts. So if I'm going to commission somebody and we've agreed that, let's just say your commissioner wants a robot mascot, please provide, because there are a lot of people out there who do not know how to visualize their character or the person that they want. They will eat up your time, hence why you should charge what you're going to charge. So I would say you must provide in the terms of service your references and add that any updates or changes past, let's just say, too small, and you got to be specific on small, like maybe color, or maybe there's like a hand adjustment, a small adjustment. After that, I wouldn't even give it this much grace because you never know what commissioner you're going to get. After that, then you start charging, well, I want to add another character to my commission. All right, then it's going to be another $100 for the character. Do you have the character sheet? Some people were very gracious. One guy said to me, there's $100 for the first character and then $75 for the second. And it has to stay and remain in the same drawing, right? Another thing is cost and fees you're talking about. So I have digital equipment. And as expensive as digital equipment is, I'm using, I say this a lot, an XP pen monitor. And I just draw directly on it. It's connected to my computer. And I wait for sales for it to go up. And I teach, right? So I get paid at least $75 an hour to teach. So it's worth it to me to invest because after however many students register, by the end of the semester, I put money aside for my equipment and add it to as my tax write-off. So there's that. So that pays for itself. If you do a commission, you really need to clock in and log your hours, time, and what equipment you have, the stuff that you've paid for, and the stuff that you haven't paid for. You should note all of that because I didn't do that at first, and I was wondering why I wasn't making any money until my friend was like, what about the time? How long did it take you? What's the cost? And I was like, what? I have to do that? And it's silly because a lot of people don't know genuinely that they have to do that. Do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, to understand my brain doesn't work when I'm drawing.
Oh, yes, that's right. My bad.
Sorry. I was listening though, and I do agree. I am someone who I work both traditionally and I work also digitally.
Mm-hmm.
And when I when I use my traditional media, it ends up being more expensive because
Mm-hmm.
that's finite. I used I used to use Copic markers.
Mm-hmm.
I now use Ohuhu, which
A hoo-hoo?
I like it just as good,
What's that?
honestly. It's like an alcohol marker brand. It's a lot
Oh.
more affordable. I
Mm-hmm.
spent $250 for the whole collection of their brush pens.
That's right.
And if you were to do the same thing with Copics, um,
Copics are
it would be
ridiculous.
yeah, like I did the math one time, and that was before any inflation. So it's expensive if you're gonna do it with Copics. Um, but people want Copic pet portrait, for example,
Oh, yeah, they
and
love
they're
that.
Copic prices. You
They
know,
love pet commissions. Like,
yeah, I've done so many of them.
yes, yes, you
So
have.
many of them. I actually can't do them anymore.
And that's okay. Honest to goodness, that's okay.
You burn out on stuff too. Um,
Yes.
and just because you offer something now, don't be afraid to switch it up. You don't want to draw that particular subject matter anymore.
Mm-hmm.
People are going to understand. And
Mm-hmm.
if they don't, then they're not really worth the time that it's going to take.
Yeah. A big thing I learned is just because somebody likes you doesn't mean that they're a good client. Just because they're a friend doesn't mean they're a good client. So this is why, like, even I say to you, like, when I'm doing professional art work, contracts are important. I've had to sign NDAs. I've had to read over the contract because I read over one contract and it said, like, contracts are important for, let's just say, animation projects, 110%. I don't care if it's free. I don't care if it's paid. Contracts are crucial. It will save your butt as well as somebody else because one of the contracts I almost signed, I read it over. Get this. It said everything I do for this company, including fan art for myself, will be owned by this company.
Yeah.
And I said, what? That means if I leave, and it even said, if you leave the company, no matter what, everything that you do from now on belongs to them. I was like, who wrote this contract? Did you get this from a template? I can't sign this.
Yeah.
It's not good. That means I can't work in the art world ever again. You've like banished. It's terrible. The other one was a voice acting contract, and it was terrible. It was a scam, and it said in the capital of it was like the capital state of Denver, Colorado, and I was like, what? Capital state? I know the capital, but that's how it was worded instead of just saying the state of Colorado. Oh, I don't know. It was. I wish I had the contract. It also said that you'll have the privilege of voice acting for this major company, like, that will bring you opportunities like you've never ever had in your life. Like, what? That's such a weird wording. I had to read it over twice, and then I had to have somebody else, because legal jargon is meant to be tricky and confusing.
As confusing as possible.
Yes. Hold on. Samples.
But also, let's be fair, a lot of legal jargon. Now, I work in insurance, and this is the reason that I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm.
It's written in such a way that the company is not liable,
Mm-hmm.
which is the big, big, big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Liability is a big. This is a complete tangent,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of contracts and stuff that you know look over are gonna have something built in about liability. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be responsible for anything you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would also like so I just drew on the board here. Your website should have your portfolio, and then I forgot to put in the middle to buy, but I would put that last. Terms of service, rules for commission, because you said this. You said rules for commission, and by golly, Miss Molly, whoever's watching this, if you are somebody who makes art and have commissioned something before, you're gonna get some crazy requests. You're gonna get
Can I?
yes,
Can I?
yes.
Have I told you about the mud one?
No, I need to know. I need to know. Well, let's use funny terminology to make it
The whole
insightful.
thing is comedic anyway.
I'm here for it.
All right. And you know, some people
Mm-hmm.
enjoy playing in mud.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And enjoy seeing characters that are in precarious situations.
Oh my stars and garters.
All right. So, you know, and I'm going to tell you what it was
Mm-hmm.
because it is completely innocent sounding. But when you know the context, it's kind of like when you think about it.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes not great.
Yeah.
So, I got commissioned
Oh boy, here it comes.
several times from the same person. I ended up blacklisting them, and it wasn't anything they did. I just didn't want to draw this stuff anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I one time had to draw Dragon Tales characters sinking in quicksand, or Marshmallow Fluff.
No.
And they were just, that's literally all it was. They were just trying to get out. It wasn't anything, it really didn't seem like that bad. But it's definitely something I'm not interested in drawing. And the second time they commissioned me,
Yeah.
what did they commission me for? Not me hopping into my
In your
phone to
DMs.
see if I can find it.
Do you want me to tell you the story of my other friend who I have to use other examples in order to make this story work while you find that?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I posted this.
Okay.
It was not something I wasn't necessarily proud of what I made.
Okay.
Definitely don't know why they had the idea to have me do that.
Uh-huh.
I have nothing in my portfolio here that would even like insinuate that I could do something like that.
It sometimes, and that's another thing. This is another important thing. Sometimes when you get commissions and like, let's just say the person wants to pay you a lot of money and it's inappropriate, you don't want to put that on your portfolio, because if you have a brand that says let's just say cookies, creams, and ice creams, and this guy wants you to besmirch your brand, and I'm saying besmirch because I have a story about my friend that I'm going to tell in a minute. They want to commission you cooking hot dogs in the wrong way, in an inappropriate way. People will be like, oh my God, why would they do that? I thought they were making cookies and cream and not hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Great.
yeah.
Yep, I didn't post any of them, and that's just fine.
And that's
I
just fine.
they were stickers for Telegram.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know where to find them anymore. I do not care
Good.
about them.
Good.
But I do know that after having that experience and taking that commission,
Mm-hmm.
I updated my terms of service.
Amen. Hallelujah.
You know, so like you just it comes down to you need to respect yourself.
Yes. And you also need to put your foot down. It's hard. It can be hard. Because, like, okay, so here's the story. Everybody sit for this. My friend makes very Disney-esque artwork. And she'll draw nudes, but nothing inappropriate in terms of corn. I have to say adult content. She won't do adult content. Nudity, people get confused that nudity is adult content when it is not. Because if you go to a museum and you see a statue of David, that's art. Or a painting of, what is it, the 16th Chapel, that's not considered, it's inappropriate. That's just considered beautiful art. So, again, friend draws very Disney-esque mermaids, cat people, dog people, I already said mermaids. A lot of people. So, one guy sees her art, thinks, oh my gosh, I gotta commission her for something naughty, right? Mm-hmm. My guy asks her for some spicy artwork, basically a horse, and sends a photo of what we thought was his his hot dog. Okay?
Oh.
Yeah. And her best friend was like nearby, and he was like, oh no, I've seen this before. That's not his, one. And two, girl, you don't do that stuff. And she was just shook. She was like, oh, I don't need to be seeing this inappropriate thing. Like, she basically got a bad DM. And she emailed him back in a nice way. And basically, this guy wanted their horse character sitting on a throne where the hot dog was showing. Okay? Yeah, and her best friend was like, "Nah, he's a liar. That's not his. He's faking it. He's, you know." And meanwhile, my friend.
Why would you do that?
I know. And meanwhile, my
unsolicited.
Just didn't even bother to ask, "Hey, do you do adult artwork?" Just straight up, "Hey, do you do this? Here's a picture of my hot dog as a reference. How much is it gonna be?" Like, oh my God. And she said, whoa, I don't do that. I mean, I do nudes. However, let's just say the hot dog was in the microwave too long, and she doesn't do that.
You're funny.
I know. I mean, listen, I don't know how else to describe it without being gross. And
it's so funny. You were like, "Don't swear in my stream today."
I know. I was like, but she was laughing because she's like, no, I don't do this. Sorry, like I do tasteful nudes, not. And by the way, it's way more graphic than I'm explaining. So, yeah. What was it?
Grain of salt.
Grain of salt. Yeah, take it with a grain of salt. Don't be like, wait a minute. You said that. No, I'm not going to go that deep into it, okay? So I thought that was a hilarious story. Like, I'll never forget her telling me that. And oh, she deleted the email and everything. I was like, no, that would have been a great story.
Yeah, well, I respect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she updated her terms of service real quick. Terms of service can save your butt in a pinch. Unless you're Adobe and then you decide to steal everybody's artwork and then not cancel your subscription. And I'm still salty about it. It's been a couple weeks and I don't care.
You do care, and that's the problem.
Yes, I do care. Hey, me, I'm the problem. I care.
Watch out there.
I know. Let's.
Copyright territory.
Oh my gosh. Will they cap me on that now? Like, oh, you said our name.
Oh, no. Oh, the song.
Oh, that's right. I was like, which song? Which one? Okay, what time is it? It is...
Like, literally what I just said.
Yeah. Burp. I also need to make a better list of things that I'm going to draw on stream. I got to just work on my book.
Fair.
Yeah. Garfield. I saw a lot of Garfield Miku over the weekend, by the way. Like, what is this? Can you explain Garfield Miku to me?
Sounds like amazing.
Like, like I saw a Garfield Miku bag, and then I went on is it on Good Smile? Oh, I'm gonna put it on stream.
Oh, yeah. There's an Android, isn't there?
Yeah. But why Garfield?
Because there's a movie.
It's a Garfield U2s.
Oh, the U2s, yes.
The off-brand version of Good Smile Nindroids.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, you can't convince me otherwise. They are the better pop figures.
Okay. You are correct. They are a better
version of pop.
They have eyes.
Yeah.
And their shapes are a little more appealing. She has structure. It's already sold out. Oh my god. And plus they don't do landfill.
People love Garfield.
Garfield? Yeah. Oh my god, they have Glam Rock Bonnie as a plush coming soon. Oh my god, I want him.
Stop looking.
I know. Oh no. I'm getting off. What if there's a FNAF 2 movie and Markiplier's finally in it?
You know he couldn't do it because of Iron Lung.
Yeah, I know he couldn't do it because of Iron Lung, but I'm like, I can dream it. Can I?
Yeah, no. Well, what my point is, maybe he can do it this time.
Maybe.
I
can't
know if they're filming or not yet.
Me too. I don't know either. Well, because the Hollywood's been in bad shape lately, so there's also that. So, I also learned a lot more about selling at cons over the weekend.
It's a three-ring circus, that's for sure.
It really is. Unpacking, setting up your displays, so that way people notice you. My Magic Carpia is a blessing at this con. So many people, I had a notebook, like a baseball card book, that I put the stickers in, and that did it. That baseball card book helped me sell stickers. That was great. But I also think if my stickers were on like a board of some kind, like facing outward, I think that would work better. You know?
I do know.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I sold at conventions for a really long time.
Yeah?
I mean, a really long time to me, I think was 2 years, in all honesty. But, like, it feels like forever.
Well, I remember. No, I think it was longer than 2 years because I remember I saw you at Otakon. I think it was like 2011
11, 12?
or 12. Yeah, and I had a that was a bad con for me. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sure. Uh,
No, I didn't have a good time back.
see, I didn't know. We could have just ditched our people and hung out.
Yeah, man. Well,
Yeah.
I had Katie with me, so that was. Wait, did I have Katie with me?
You had
I was
somebody.
selling at Katie's table.
Oh, okay.
No, wait a minute. No. Was it?
Somebody dressed up as Goth TK. That's all I know, and I hope that's not upsetting.
Oh.
That's what I remember.
Okay, I wasn't selling at that con at all.
Yeah, you were, because I have your. You made a Gomamong and a couple other Digimon things, and I bought them from you. I found them
So,
when you left.
so then that was after.
Mm
Oh, wait a minute. Did Katie maybe? I don't know. She wouldn't do that. Huh. Interesting. I remember selling there.
hmm. Mm hmm.
I've been Olive twice. I went one time as an attendee,
Uh huh.
and that's when I was with that goth TK person.
Uh huh. They
And
sucked.
then I went, yep. And then I went one time as a vendor, and I remember completely selling out of my penguin. What's his name from Adventure Time?
Oh,
Gunther.
Gunther.
I sold them for like $50 each. They were like cute little pillows.
Oh. And you did
And
really
I
well?
remember, yeah, I sold out completely of those.
That's so funny.
So that was a lot of fun. I think that was the con that I had a friend named Laura.
Mm
She happened to be there. She dressed as Hikari.
hmm. Oh.
Um, but I mean, generally speaking, that one was a pretty good con. It was a fun time. Most of the conventions I sold at, I was with Katie.
Okay.
But yeah, it's something. I prefer being behind the table.
Me
I
too.
I would rather
Dude,
sell at a con.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, here's what's up. For all of you who are out there who want to try and sell at a convention, do it. Convention, do it. Because you get VIP. You really do. And bring a friend with you that is willing to help you. Because, one, I got to sell at MetroCon and I got to meet the voice actor of he really big into anime. Hold on. I gotta find his name. Scott McNeil. I ran into Scott McNeil. I love this man. He
I
is
have a great story about him. You go on. You tell
okay.
yours.
I took a break from helping my friend sell. I was a little discouraged because she let me share the booth and I wasn't selling much. And I met Scott McNeil outside and he was having a smoke break. And I was like, yo, dude, I want to be a voice actor. And he goes, yo, that's pretty cool. You know, you have the voice for it. And it was like, you were just saying that. And he's like, no. He was so cute. And he did like an impression of Suezo and like he did Starscream for me. And I was like, And then he gave me a really big hug. And he was just like, you know what? He just told me to like keep doing it. And he hugged me a lot. Like, I was like, okay. I don't even care. I love you. And I told him, I was like, I've been watching your shenanigans since I was a child. And here I am. And he goes, well, you'll do more. And I was like, ah! And I wasn't even at a panel. He was just talking to me outside, having a smoke. It was great.
Yeah, that's exactly how I ran into him too.
Oh my god, that is so funny. What a dude.
He's literally one of the nicest people, and every single person who walked up to him, he talked to.
Yeah?
And I feel like had, I don't want to say meaningful conversations, but he was definitely engaging with every single person
Yeah.
who stopped him and talked to him. And he was very, very sweet. And
Yeah.
I saw him and I was like, oh, crud, I know who this is. This is my sister's favorite voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
And I get weird around people, especially, I just get mostly awkward.
Yeah.
And so I walked up to him and I said, excuse me, Mr. O'Neill, because you know me from back then.
Yeah.
I was like, I hate to bother you. And he goes, oh, and he put his arms out. As if to part the crowd.
Yeah.
And he was like, we're having a shy moment.
Oh.
He goes, it's okay. He goes, come here, I'll give you a hug. And then, are you looking for an autograph? I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, come here, let's hug it out. I'll give you the autograph. And he was so nice.
Stop, you're making me tear up.
And
yeah, you were.
Like, oh my god, it was so cool. And it was nice to meet him. And then the other person who actually knew me, like anytime I would walk up to him, he probably wouldn't know me if he saw me today.
Yeah.
But I would visit anytime he was invited, and I think he goes to every single Anime Boston.
Wow.
Greg Ayers.
Greg Ayers. Who did he voice?
He was in Negima. He was Negima. He was also in that one anime that I love so much, Chrono Crusade.
Yes.
In that, he also voiced Quaru in some of the later recordings or re-recordings of Evangelion.
Oh, he was Kiss Kiss and Fall in Love boy.
He was, yes, he was one of the twins.
Oh, I love him. He was one of the twins. I'd be like, Bobby. He was one of the twins. Bobby.
Look, he's one of the twins.
He was one of the twins. Continue.
So, yeah, so anytime that I went, that I knew he was going to be there, I would go and I would visit him and I would bring him stuff and, an artwork or, I don't think I ever brought him cookies or baked goods, but, I definitely was, definitely went and saw him to see him and to say hi and stuff. And he remembered me.
That's amazing.
And there was one time we went to a panel. I went to a panel and I went and saw him afterwards. And he was going to record a voicemail for me. So in the Chrono Trigger characters, the Chrono Crusade characters.
Yeah.
And he was like, listen, I need to do this, but I can't right now because that voice is very taxing and I'm very sick. Which he was. He was extremely sick.
Yeah.
So you come find me at the next convention that you go to. Because you see me a couple times at this point. And he goes, and I'll do it then. I said, okay, cool. I didn't go again. So the issues, that is something that you pay for now.
Yeah.
Back then you pay for that kind of thing because they just, these people, a lot of the voice actors, they all really just appreciate their fans and love what they do.
Yeah.
I've noticed.
It's also different now in terms of let's appreciate our fans way more because I've been I think I've mentioned it on stream. I met the Hulk, the original Lou Ferrigno, and boy, he was just not a nice person. He was angry and he was like, autographs, pictures, $65. right off the bat. And he was just having a bad day. And you know, I was young, and I was just excited because we ran into him. I wasn't expecting him.
Yeah.
And just to be brushed off like that was just such a turn off, you know.
Yeah.
And it could be a little disparaging.
Mhm.
And then you're like, they do say impressions are everything, because like people will take one specific scenario and that person could be having a bad day. You don't know what's going on. And they'll take that and they'll hold that like, that's it. They're a terrible person because A, B, C, D. And I kind of felt like that, but I don't know what was going on with him. If he was having a bad day or anything, you know? Yeah. Or he really is a boo-boo head.
A doo-doo head.
A doo-doo head. Should I make Garfield's feet black at the bottom with pink beans?
No pink.
No pink beans?
No, just black.
Why?
Well, it's a pink nose, actually. So
yeah. Well, let's see how it looks.
you could probably do all pink too.
Why did I make this?
I think you got distracted, and then you were like, you know, it would be a great idea.
Incineroar Listen, if I finish this for Anthrocon, this would also have sold out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would have, actually.
Yeah. I'm weird.
Not weird. Funny.
When in doubt, double down.
Though.
I will. What I do for that? Yeah, you're right. You're right. P for pen. I have to keep drinking water. I gotta remind myself, do not eat before bed. It's 9:05. I might start a teensy bit earlier tomorrow, depending on...
7:30 is a little late.
Yeah, I needed to take a nap. And
that's fair.
yeah, I taught all day from 8 to 2 in the afternoon. So I Mama needed a nap. I don't know if I like this tail like that. I don't think I like that. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change it to dark orange. I think a darker orange would be better. And then I'm going to look at yours. And then I think... Oh, God, that's just so ugly. No, it doesn't look right at all. What about this?
Garfield?
The Garfield's tail, I might just leave it the orange. No, that doesn't look right either. It's not working. Maybe the black will go back.
It's okay.
Maybe it's because I'm tired.
Yeah.
I took a nap. I had a good dinner. I'm doing self-care. My pets are with me. Like, what more could I ask for? Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit more detail and then call it a night. And I got to commit to the bit / the word on the street for my plans, because I really want to keep encouraging people to make digital art. AI art, I don't really believe is a threat, but there are too many people out there who don't want to use their brains anymore and think. And because of that, it's going to be detrimental to decision making. It's going to be detrimental to creativity. It's going to be detrimental to brain development. And I mean that because I have changed my mindset on how to work on stuff through the art that I have been doing. Uh, you're only good. You're a master at your craft if you could teach it. Like if you could regurgitate and teach it, and you become reliable and trustworthy, hopefully. And teaching has humbled me, because it's like when we were in school, didn't it feel like a competition?
Did it? I don't know. I remember it feeling bad.
Yeah. I distinctly remember being told that it's a competition.
Oh yeah, because how the market is. I remember.
Yeah, and that was the stupidest thing I was ever told, because you need to work together with your production team or whoever you're working with to make things work.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the things that prevails even past our school. Like when we went to school together,
Mm-hmm.
it was not the only school teaching that, because when you look at even just a few years ago,
Mm-hmm.
people would not share the tools they use. They would not share the companies they use to print things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I need an edge. I need to be better, like
Mm-hmm.
than you all. But I'll give you advice, but I
Mm-hmm.
have to be better, and so I'm not going to tell you anything,
Mm-hmm.
or give you suggestions or anything like that,
Mm-hmm.
or tell you who to avoid. People like they
Oh
just
God.
kept everything close to their chest, and it's one
Yeah.
of those things where it's like, I get it, but literally, I'm not making the same thing as you. I'm
Yeah.
just maybe using the same manufacturer. There is no reason to keep that a secret.
Yeah, I knew someone that was so paranoid that their art was going to be taken. They would, at the time, attack other people because they were using similar colors. And
God.
yeah, just similar colors. Like, it was really bizarre how that turned out. Um, I kind of was just like, yeesh, I guess I'll never use those colors for anything, and I never did.
Yep.
And it was mostly out of fear of this person just blowing up.
Yeah. Being awful person.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah. And then you have people. I haven't seen a lot of people from my past. I don't like going backwards. Some people constantly want me to, and I'm like, why? I don't want to talk to specific people in my past. They've hurt me, and they've constantly reminded me that I was not good enough, and
Which was never true.
correct. It was never true. And thank God, because I use that lesson to teach. And I tell students, I don't care how old you are, what your race or your creed is. I just don't care, because at the end of the day, you want to create something that you love. And if somebody tells you with their words to try to create a spell against you, it has no effect, because you are going to create what you love and they can't do it. And they're trying to tell you that you can't, so that way they can control you. And it,
Chris.
you what?
Right?
Yeah.
Enter Chris.
Yeah. Yup. And he,
We'll say no more. We cannot elaborate on that.
well, not to elaborate on it, but I hear that person is no longer working in the industry, and they set themselves up. So,
You reap what you sow.
yes, exactly. I've had my Joker, And I unfortunately found notes from said person on they've affected me really badly and discouraged me to the point where, sadly, like, the furry fandom, it's not sad, the furry fandom has lifted me up where it was unexpected.
Yeah.
Like, no joke, folks.
How that works.
Right? No joke, folks. Furries pay up. They love and support you. Don't be dissing them. You could, like, I'll never forget, lost my job. And I was like, I could do commissions. Them furries helped me pay my car note. So, like, we're good and back on our feet. This was, like, over 5-6 years ago. But still, that's huge. That is huge. It's 9:14. I'm gonna stay in the Discord for just a little bit. I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it was just a little weird stream, and it's still a little topsy-turvy, but I appreciate anybody who's watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next stream. I think tomorrow at 7:30 again. I might do a little early. But stay tuned, folks. More's on the way. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye. Wait, did it go? Oh, it didn't go. Let me try it again.